What brought you into writing?
Well, my writing career started, I would say it wasn't a premeditated kind of stuff. I always tell people that I accidentally saw myself into writing, and this took back up to during my early 20s when I was a correctional officer and something led to another. And I was accused of not being able to read, write, or speak English because of my immigrant background. And my job was at stake. So I decided to write just to prove the state medical wrong that I could do all that. And that's where the birth of my first book, Corruption in the Division of Correction, came into place, just to express myself that I can read and write. And before I know it, I started writing from there. And each book that I have written, I left every part of me in there, just still proving a point that I could read, write, and speak English. So that's why.
What made you open your own publishing company?
To be honest, this path that I took, again, I am just accidentally stumbling across all this aspect of things. But the reason why I opened All Authors Writers is to provide a voice for the voiceless, because I know how it felt like being there and no one was my voice, and to be a protector and advocator for others that are being unheard, unseen, and unnoticed, and to meet them in their darkest time and help them navigate whatever situation it is, and to tell them, I see you. I understand how we feel, but we got to tell a story with this so that it just helped them during their healing journey. So that was the main reason why All Authors was created, to be a voice and a protector.
Tell us more about the company's mission, vision, and core values.
Absolutely. So All Authors Writers, our mission here is to create a social change through writing by allowing everyday people to openly express themselves and be understood. And when it comes to our vision is to build a strong empire whereby people from all walks of life could come and share their unique story without being fear of being judged or feeling unworthy to make a difference in the world through their writing. And another vision that we have in place when All Authors was created is to inspire, advocate for people to believe that a small person can make a big difference in the world using their writing, and impossible does not exist because everything is possible here at All Authors Writers. So when it comes to our core value is our unwavering commitment to uphold moral and ethical standard, as well as our ability to do the right thing even when no one is looking and even when it's not beneficial to us. We're equally committed to assisting authors, returning authors, and aspiring authors in book publishing by encouraging them to tell their story the correct way before someone else tells it for them the wrong way, and they might not be there to defend themselves. The most important thing is being able to tell your story the correct way, and that is where our core value lies.
Tell us about the services that All Authors Writers provides.
Sure. At All Authors, we do have infraction package, we do have misdemeanor, and we do have felony packages. And also we offer ghostwriting, editing, website design, manuscript formatting, book cover design. We also offer ISBN, U.S. copyright protection, and everything that you need in order to position yourself as an upcoming author. And also one thing that we do like to clarify is that All Authors Writers is a self-publishing company. We are not a traditional publishing house, meaning that it's the author's responsibility to financially sponsor any of their books project. And also we utilize KDP Amazon as our leeway to publish the book. And how does that work? How we work is that we position authors professionally and for them to be able to compete with the traditional authors and their books. We get them all the 9 yards of what they need. Just like I mentioned, ISBN, U.S. Library of Congress, U.S. copyrights, everything that you need to be a successful author. We position you and guide you through how to launch it into your KDP. And the main aim of that is for you to be able to know exactly how your books are selling for KDP Amazon when they pay for the money to go directly into your bank account. So we created this avenue just to be more transparent and accountability of how many books you're selling and how much money you are getting, because you will be able to see it in real time inside your Amazon KDP account.
Coming down to the types of books that you write,
Okay.
my question is, what inspires you to do that? Why do you write the kinds of things that you write, or the types of books that you write?
It is simple because, again, first is to call for transparency and advocacy on those areas that are being overlooked or misplaced. And another thing is, I have an eye to become a congresswoman for 7th Congressional District. So being able to digitally create an imprint for people to know what I am up against and what I don't like will kind of leverage me when I run for an office. So that is like calling for actions and also building a future as a congresswoman.
So how many books have you written so far?
So far, it is 15 books and 14 published, and 1 is still on the way. And I'm still writing another one, and the title is Married to a Cop. And I'm not married to a cop.
Tell us about your 2 most recent books.
Absolutely. The first one is Our Christmas Story, Mrs. Claus' Hidden Secret. Mrs. Claus' Hidden Secret is more like a Christmas spirit that has forgiveness together with rekindling of love between Mr. and Mrs. Claus. So what happened? What happened in that story was Santa Claus went out for Christmas and accidentally kind of encountered a lady that gave him a rap dance. And when Santa comes home, Santa now wants Mrs. Claus to get the same thing, and Mrs. Claus was just wondering with this fantasy magically coming to play, but everything later got resolved at the end of the day before Christmas. The second one is A Work for Justice Series 2. The book captured a life of a young lady during the Holocaust of her life of wanting to go to university, but the parents couldn't send her to the university. They sent her off to get married, hoping that the man will marry her, will send her to the university for education. When she got married to this man, the mother-in-law told her the only time that she gets to go to the university if he has a baby boy. But in series 2, this young lady ended up having a baby girl. That means the chances of her going for higher education is a possibility. So that is one of our 2 books that I just released.
Tell us about your upcoming book, Corporate Corruption and the Unspoken Rules.
Okay, so corporate corruption and the unspoken rules shined light on our systematic racism, and I do know that we all try to shy away from it, but that is still there. The book just highlighting how systematic racism have affected the corporate American workforce. The book also explored the life of Choma Udemy, a Nigerian American whom experienced a lot of pushback, limitations of career during her journey into corporate America, and the culture shock she experienced. It just everyday story of what people go through in corporate America. I'm pretty sure that it's a relatable book if we are trying to be honest.
Tell your listeners where you can find your books.
Our books are all available online on Amazon, also on my e-commerce website, and on nationwide online retailers. You can get it there. When it comes to libraries, most of my books are in Baltimore City and Baltimore County libraries. When it comes to schools where you could get my book, it's also available in Morgan State University libraries, Carpenter State University libraries, and the University of Baltimore libraries. And I am actively working to see how some of the criminal justice books could be implemented in public safety training and also in school curriculum for students in a college or university to learn more about it.
Tell them where they can find you.
Social media, all my authors writers, my author's website, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, name it, I am there.
What do you want to leave the viewers with before we wrap up here?
Well, one of the things I will leave you all with is for you to try and knock and open all doors, because you will be surprised which door would open for you, and you're going to walk right into that door. And also that some situation in life is going to bring you and take you into an unknown part that you don't know, but let her bring you to where exactly that you are meant to be. So in other words, it's more like trust the process.
Chinere Uday, it's been a pleasure.
The same here. Thank you.